it's Lori with Jumpman's Crossroads and Recreated. And I want to show you a little bit about some of the challenges I have when I'm working with these old vintage feed and seed sacks. You know, they're 60, 70 years old. When I first get them in, I do have to wash them. You can see they're farming. They've been sitting around in a farm for a while. But part of the problem is the way they did the ink back then. They set it where you could wash it out if you wanted to make it into clothing and other things. So you have to set the ink and make sure it doesn't fade. Now this is one that hasn't been washed. This one has been washed. So you can see that sometimes they really keep their ink pretty well. And that's always a bonus. But I don't know what's going to come out of the washing machine. So another thing is with these that are very white, it's a lot of white. And so I generally add fabric to it just to give it some more contrast. Most people don't want to walk around with just a white bag hanging on them, so that's why we add the fabric the way we do. This one I felt like needed denim, and so that's what we added. But this fellow here scares me a little, but you know what? We're going to get it done today. Now, the reason this one is a challenge is completely different. It washed it beautiful. It barely lost any ink. Has a really nice, almost a denim color to it. The thing that makes it a challenge is where the text and the graphics are placed. So this is my pattern piece for the flap of my messenger bag that is the most popular style that I sell. And of course the goal is I want to put as much of that on there as possible. But when I do that, I'm cutting into money maker, and since we want this to be a money maker, we want to make sure that that's all included. And so I'm going to have to do some interesting stuff where I'm going to have to cut this on a curve and add some fabric to make that work. Now luckily, because there's so much blank space, I can use some of the same color to do that, but it's going to be a little bit tricky. May involve some pleats and some other things. And I've got the same situation where brand is. I don't want to cut into that either. So it's going to be some interesting challenges, but it will be done today, and you can see that later on. If you want to see the other things that I make, you can visit me at recreatednow.com, or you can see me on Etsy as Lori's Bags, all one word, and we'll talk to you later.